smashing. Ford, General Motors were just two of those massive car producers in a time when the automobile was just like iPads today. It was like a big consumable item in the car. And the Japanese were suffering. So a couple of guys went from Japan, from Toyota, over to the States to see what was happening. A guy called Shigeo Shingo, and possibly the most unfortunate surname, a guy called Taiichi Ohno. Oh no, oh no. Taiichi Ohno. So those two people went over to the States to look and see what Ford and General Motors were doing. And whilst they were there, they visited some US supermarkets. And actually it was the learning from the supermarkets that helped shape the future of the Japanese motor industry. What they saw when they went around the US supermarkets was they saw things like minimal stock coming through. So like fresh food, you can't keep that very long at any point in the supply chain, just to come flowing through nicely. And a lot of lean thinking around processes and not spending money with lots of wages and having lots of people around, keeping it all really lean. So they cherry-picked all of these great ideas from the US supermarkets and thought, we'll take these back to the Japanese car industry. They built a massive strategy of all of these items, all of these facets, all these things that now, today, are still revered, and they're called the TPS, the Toyota Production System. And it's come up with a few words that you might have heard. Has anyone heard of Kaizen? Kaizen's a word that gets bandied around these days. That came from the Japanese motor industry. It means continuous improvement. Muda is another word that's crept into our vocabulary. That means waste. And they also came up with another term called Jidoka, which isn't the latest karate move, okay? But actually means everyone has a responsibility to the process. And if anything's going wrong with their bit, they have the responsibility to shut the whole production line down until that one bit is fixed. That's everyone's job. So all of these things have now sprung up into continuous improvement. And so much so that the Toyota Yaris, when they brought that to life, that's, again, every car they bring to life features so many of these continuous improvements. So up to that point, they had 190 parts per million that were defect, that were rubbish. When they improved things even then, so that for the Toyota Yaris, there were only 17 parts in every million parts that go into production line that were defect. 17 in a million. And that's just from making these small continuous improvements. So even today, it's still coming through as a really important trend for them. So we'll be tapping into this now. Now we're going to give you a chance to create your own production line. Fancy a go?
Yeah.
With this all bricks? Okay, so we're going to set you up with a production line. We've got some workstations that have miraculously sprung up around the place. And I've got each of you on this piece of paper, you've all got a role to play. And that includes our team who've just rejoined. So we'll get you into the production line as well.